Hey Livewires, welcome to my channel. My name is Kris Baha, and in this video we're going to be continuing on from the last track build, which was taken from my Smith Polyevolver video, which you can find in the links below or somewhere around here on the screen. In the last video, we did the first half of going through all the synth demo takes that we recorded. And in this video, we'll be continuing on the process, building the track out, the arrangement, and doing some final touches as well. Every month, I will be doing a synth demo followed by a track build from the demo itself. This is an ongoing multi-part series where you get to see the synth demo, jam process, and then the track build process that is based around that synth demo as well. So, and you get to see all of it as well. It's all in real time and try to keep you as clued in. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how you're making your own music as well, what the process is, if you are using audio, even if you're all in the box. It'd be great to hear how you're going along your music making journey. I also have some free samples and stems on my Patreon taken from some of my personal library of sounds that I've used over the years on different various recordings, and as well as the samples and stems from the Polyevolver and some upcoming ones as well. There's also some tier options if you want to go deeper with me too. Thank you so much. All right, so now to put this together just very quickly, what's not so far? I would normally, I always like starting with an interesting sound at the start, so let's bring this here. Something like this. Hold off on the hats, maybe. Yeah, something like that. All right, so we're into the main groove here already. That's kind of like our crazy hook sound, as well as that. Maybe this is that is it. And, you know, even though this is like pretty much just loop-based clips, you know, I would go in and add sound effects and make it more interesting in these parts as well. But just as like a rough sketch arrangement, just to nut something out quickly. This is kind of how I do it. All right, and now we're into the track. We'll bring the crazy sound in pretty soon. Let's see what it sounds like coming in here. Yeah, that's pretty good there. Yeah, actually not feeling that sound coming just yet. Maybe something like this. Yeah, and let's just loop this actually. Just, yeah, okay. Just close that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then bring everything out here. And then introduce this sound. And then maybe bring in everything there. So yeah, let's do that. So again, I'm just like using shortcuts here to cut time, copy time. Honestly, using shortcuts on cutting time, copying time will be the biggest time saver that, and honestly, learning the key commands on how to insert time, cut time, copy time, duplicate time will save you time in the end, and will able to help you be a bit more expressive in your arrangements. So you can throw things away, move pieces together. For me now, it's almost like as if I've got like pieces of Lego and I'm just sort of like seeing what goes together, but it's very expressive and very quick. And I think a lot of that is attributed to learning the key commands and being a bit more fluent, so you can be more expressive in your arrangements. Yeah, cool. And then this part can come in here. Now, I'm also thinking about with this part here now, I've got an idea to actually make this a bit more melodic. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna consolidate that and I am gonna put that to a simpler. There's no way to do that from here, is it? No, okay. Get simpler in there. But yeah, I'm like, it's a rough draft. This is like, you know, generally how I would put something together. Whether I like it, whether it's good, is a whole separate topic. Most of the times, they're not good. And you do a lot of these until you find the ones that you do like and are good. And little plug, but if you are wanting to take that next step and work out how to know how to level up, how to know what it is you're working towards in terms of your own sound and how to achieve your own sound, I am offering limited spots in my Patreon as well, where you can work with me once a month for 1 hour a month and work on your music as well. So check out my Patreon if that interests you and you want to work together. There's only a few limited spots I do a month just because it is, I want to keep that quite special. But if that's something that you're interested in and would like to work with me and go deeper, developing your own journey, please reach out to me and either on Patreon or send me a DM on Instagram, and if you want to know more or discuss it more. All right, so this is the part here. Oh, wow. Okay, that just completely did something that I... Okay, wow, okay. All right. Okay, that just created a whole new part, which is really cool. That's not what I had in mind, but very cool. Nonetheless, we'll keep that as the top line. Okay. Very cool as well. So that would be a backing part. Okay, so they would not play together. This would just be a little syncopated thing in the back. And I would bring that one earlier on, actually. Okay, this is not what I had in mind, by the way. This is totally, we've taken a bit of a detour, but I'm going with it. I'm going with it. I kind of liked it how it wasn't so loopy, so I'm just going to cut that. Oh, whoops. Cut that. Yeah, like that. Let's see how it works over here. Maybe it goes... Kind of works. Okay, we can kill it there, I think. Yeah. Let it breathe in the breakdown. Cool. Yeah, I like that. And here it goes. Now we can go down after this here. Okay, super cool. Super cool. I'm gonna save that. Yeah, very, very, very cool. So from here, I would then make another breakdown, I think. Yeah, I would probably make another breakdown from here. And then do the idea that I originally had in mind. So let's just try and execute that. If I can see it. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to duplicate this once more. I'll just delete those. And then, yeah, then we'd just kind of come back in again with everything. But let's see what we got here. Toast. Alright, then... So I just play around with something here. Something like that. And then I would move it around. Just have something a bit melodic in here. And I would heavily manipulate this sound as well. Or I'd overdub something and play something else. I don't have to strictly use this, but that's also quite cool as well. Anyway, I think that's a good point to wrap it. As you can see, you can kind of go down a lot of rabbit holes, and I also get that it is very difficult for people at times as well, because there is so many rabbit holes. But I think the idea is that once you, even though what we started or what we recorded they're wildly different to what we've now ended up with. Although I will say that we've kept pretty much like the drums, the percussive parts, and a little part of the bass. Everything else has drastically changed. This is exactly how I would build a track from a lot of recorded parts, but this is one example of how I would repurpose most of the recordings and try and create new sounds from the recordings I have. So like resampling yourself basically. And that's a really also interesting way to get a very unique sound, a very different kind of sound that isn't sort of like stock standard. And this just doesn't, like it doesn't matter that I've used like a synthesizer or whatever. It could be any kind of recorded audio, and you could use the same sort of process to get there. But yeah, hope you found this helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe. It goes a long way. If you struggle with this kind of stuff and struggle with arrangement or any part of the music making process, I have a few slots available on my Patreon where you can work with me on a monthly basis, but they're limited. So if that is something that you're interested in, you can check it out on my Patreon. Thank you so much. And most importantly, keep making music.